Fireside Chat for the 1st of February 2023. We've got a good show as always. We're talking Pomelo lore and Pomelo Season 4 analysis. We've got a new app demo from June showing off his Bitcash app soft launch. We've got the ENF quarterly report that is fresh off the presses, just published a few moments ago. We got Yves in the house with us today. He's going to be talking a bit about the podcast he did called The Bit, which is by Bittrex, and also the upcoming feature AMA with Binance. So that's exciting. We've got a Yield Plus update for everyone. We've got more content around IBC, around instant finality. We've got some tech updates for the techies out there. Dune version 1.1 was released. And then, of course, we've got community questions, which is now a form that you guys can fill out. If you're not able to join us live, you can fill out that form and, we'll ask your questions live for you. And, of course, wrapping it up with the open mic like we do every single week. All right, my name's Stephane. I'm one of the co-founders of EOS Nation. We're currently a top-ranked blog producer on EOS and Antelope Chains. And as always, I'm excited to be your host today. So we're switching it up a bit for the intro. We're going to be talking EOS marketing, actually, and getting Brandon Lovejoy to do the intro speech today. But first, let me set the stage up for him a little bit. So this topic, has been brought up, EOS marketing, many times in the history of EOS. And it was brought up again this week in the ENF Telegram chat. And so I thought it was actually a good time to dive a bit deeper into what's going on. So, the question, where is the EOS marketing? So that's a good question. It's a valid one. This time the question is aimed at the ENF specifically. So we're going to be talking about what ENF is doing in terms of EOS marketing. So after a bit of discussion in that chat, Brandon came in actually and dropped a great message on the topic, which I've invited him to share for this intro in just a little bit. Of course, the EOS community as a whole is attempting the most Herculean sentiment reversal and comeback in crypto history, and everyone has their role to play in this EOS marketing effort, right? The builders, the app developers, the content creators, the active community members, the memers, the Discord show emoji spammers, the social media warriors, and the EOS Network Foundation leaders. Everyone has a role to play, but for right now, we'll be focusing on specifically the ENF's role in this. So Brandon gave me some good context yesterday or recently in the chats about the size of the marketing team at the ENF, and highlighting that, for example, the ENF Chief Marketing Officer Patty came on board just 6 months ago. Winfred, the ENF Senior Growth Marketing Manager, came on board 2.5 months ago, and in total, there's 5 people on the marketing team and 4 on the communications, at ENF that are working, on stuff that could be considered EOS marketing. So with that said, I'd like to invite Brandon to the stage and share the comment that you left for the community a few days ago on Telegram.
All right. Thanks, Steph. And glad to be here. The teams of the ENF are working tirelessly to orchestrate the epic comeback, the epic EOS comeback everyone here is dreaming of. But it will take us a while longer to execute on a coherent marketing strategy than the few months we've had as a team to get our hands around the highly interconnected set of brands and relationships that we're managing. Consider how fast things have been moving. EOS has hard forked to its own code base and declared independence. The Antelope Coalition was born, the ENV was initiated. We are advancing on many fronts simultaneously with a relatively lean team, especially for crypto. I know we have all waited years for this, myself included, and I'm not here to fill you all with empty promises or more marketing like we've never seen before or soon, trademark. But we will deliver. We won't stop until we have. Everyone at the ENF is moving in unison for the benefit of the EOS network. However, there are only so many of us to go around, and we're overcoming a lot. Many of us at the ENF begin our days every day in the early morning and are still communicating here and working on content, operations, development, marketing, and more until late in the evenings. We're here on weekends too. We're building towards the epic comeback, but we're still laying the foundations. Help us amplify the content we produce and all the good news you read about in third-party media, and know that we are fighting for every inch of ground that we gain. The further we go, the more visible our efforts will be. Thanks to everyone for your support, encouragement, and understanding. Please get involved if you aren't already through Pomelo or direct grants, Eden, or the forthcoming Haifa DAO toolkit. We have so much potential. Let's show the world. It's going to take all of us. And I would like to invite up to the mic Patty Fisher, if she's in the house. Patty, are you with us?
I am. Can you guys hear me?
Yep.
Thank you for that introduction. That was great. Yeah, I mean, I think a couple of things resonated with me as you were going through that. And really, it's been 6 months, and it's been a long 6 months, but there's so much more to do. And so I'll just give you a recap. I mean, just starting with the team. So the marketing organization right now is me and 5 individuals that have come on in less than 3 months. And these individuals are very talented and proven in their areas. And so I'm excited to have them join our mission here, working closely, of course, with the comms team, Zach and Brandon and Liam. But just to give you a sense of what that makeup of the team is, I've got Valerie Sindel, who's our digital marketing lead, and she's been focused since she's gotten to the ENF on revamping and retooling our website, making sure that the narrative is there, that the experience is there, and it reflects all of the great work that we're doing. And so for Valerie, she started, I believe, in November, but already has been able to accomplish a lot of things, including making sure we're GDPR compliant, that we have ADA accessibility on the site, that we've got cookie and privacy management on the site, that we have the right tracking to be able to optimize for findability and for traffic. And also, we have tools that gives us better insight onto who's coming and what they're doing. So in just that short period of time, we've been able to have some really good quick wins there. We have a roadmap for the next 90 days that you will see more tangible, I think, output in terms of the website and the experience there. But our mission for that, even just the digital website, we've set forth is to make sure that we are driving the experience that we need, that the narrative is reflective inside and out, that we are providing an area where the community has. We have an opportunity to collaborate and showcase the stories of the community and the projects on the network, and the partners that we're engaged with and how we're growing it there, and making sure that it also is a hub for transparency and reporting and announcements and news and governance, and it becomes that EOS hub for information for folks that are new to the community, and that we want to make sure we drive more engagement to. Also, it has to be an international experience too. So there's a lot of work with not just our English website, but working with globally within the community and getting the feedback that we want to make sure that it's getting that driving to that global community. So from the website, and Valerie again has been here only a few months, we've got a roadmap, and as we get further down with details, it's something that we're definitely will be sharing more status as we get that together. The other person that joined the team is Jason Fullmines. So as the lead for marketing operations, I think you mentioned, Brandon, in terms of getting the foundation and the infrastructure right. this is a key element of a marketing organization for us to scale, for us to make sure that we have the tracking, the reporting, the performance optimization on the site, that we start collecting information on our communities, our users, our audience, our people that are interested in how we manage them through a modern, effective marketing program. So there's a lot of work that Jason is doing, in particular around getting HubSpot going, that means, one of the things that he's focused on this month, for example, is collecting the emails from the site and triggering some kind of welcome experience. So that's an example of the work that Jason's laid out. And again, more to come there. From the other person that's joined is Julie Tedesco. So Julie is our senior events manager. And has been really instrumental coming in, working with Size and some of the work I know that you guys have heard here that happened in the second half of last year, ensuring that we're operationalizing those events and supporting the teams. The exciting part of what Julie will do is start looking at events outside of Europe as well, and how do we make sure that we're extending the brand, and how do we look at the community engagement at the events that we'll be at. And I'm happy to share with you for events. We are already confirmed for a few upcoming events. So if you're attending these events, do reach out to us and meet someone on the team. We'll be there on site. But we'll be at Paris Blockchain Week, for example, March 20th. I myself will be there. The Game Developer Conference that's also happening in March 20th, is the same week in San Francisco. ETH Denver, we'll be doing some scouting there. So that's early March. Consensus is in late April. So we will have a team there and exploring sponsorship. And then a couple of DC events, because we've got a few team members in the DC area. One is DC Blockchain and International Women in Blockchain, both happening, I believe, in March. So getting our name out there, activating. We had really good success in having in conversations that we started last year, and making sure that we understand those areas of opportunities for us in the event, and making those connections with partners and community members. So that's on the event side, and Julie has quite a bit of work that she's undergoing there, and we'll continue to share with you as we get more of those live events. We'll also be looking at hosting webinar and working with Nathan on the developer outreach programs. Winnie, of course, who you guys have met, I think she gives updates every once in a while here and in Telegram. Winnie has been instrumental on the growth marketing side. Specifically, I think she shared with you the work we're doing with the exchanges. Binance in particular, there are a couple of programs we've completed in January. One, just starting to update our information on these exchange sites. This is really critical for many reasons, to update the information and have the information reflect kind of our go forward plan, and have the users in those different communities make sure that they're going to the right location to get information on EOS and the work that's happening. And so we've got a number of, there's analysis that was done focused on the top 10 there, and tackling that one by one, and establishing our relationships there. And with Binance in particular, actually, we've done in January a Chinese New Year promotion. Lots of learnings from that. But we're exploring co-marketing, more co-marketing programs with the team there in Binance. So Winnie's been instrumental there. Also, as we look to explore, the game market and other markets, being able to start building out a customer first view, which is about development of our personas and who we think we're our key stakeholders and our audiences are. So there's work that Winnie is doing and will continue to do there. So that's really important. The next person that I actually want to introduce is Stephane Shah. She is actually her first day today, and she will be leading product marketing, coming in with a lot of experience in technology and industry marketing. And her focus will be on helping us to scale and talk about our product differentiation. How do we best ensure that network of differentiation, what we have to offer for developers, where we also want to focus in on audiences and opportunities. So a lot of research work that will help to fuel what are some of our planning going forward in marketing strategy there. So Stephane, first day today. I'm excited to have her join the team. And, I think from an organization, just to introduce the team, introduce some of the projects that we're working on, just wanted to take a moment. I think I've gone over, but just know we are definitely here. We are new. We're excited to contribute to the growth. I mean, coming from and looking at what other teams are doing and organizations are doing, but kind of leapfrogging for what we think is the best move forward. Please get involved. It's going to take all of us, as Brandon said, to push this forward and grow it. The network effect is a real thing. So if you have ideas, feel free to send me. If you have any ideas there, willing to. People do reach out to me, but just because I'm not on or talk at these at the Fireside Chat doesn't mean that we're not heads down trying to move it forward. But that's it. So hope that you enjoyed the update. And again, if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me.
Awesome, Patty. Thank you very much for jumping on with us here today and sharing some updates on what you all are doing. I'm sure I can speak for many of us saying that we're very excited to see more, learn more, and continue on the nice trajectory that I feel like we're on these days. So it's very exciting. All right. Okay, so that was our special intro for today. Hope you guys enjoyed it. It was kind of just another topic, really, but I thought it was a fun way to dive into it with Brandon's nice, carefully crafted message there. So I hope you guys enjoyed that. And yeah, thanks again, Brandon and Patty, for jumping on with us today. All right, next up, we'll be talking Pomelo. So I would like to invite Martin to talk to us a bit about what's going on in the Pomelo universe these days.
Hello. Roger.
Hey.
Can you guys hear me?
Yes, sir.
Awesome. Happy to hear that. Yeah. So like everything in the EOS ecosystem, also the Pomelo NFT series keeps evolving. What originally started and was conceptualized as an NFT collection to illustrate the different roles that stakeholders in the ecosystem can play through Pomelo in season 1 soon began to develop a life of its own. We started to add custom tools and unique NFT mechanics. We harvested juicy pomelos and mined diamond fragments to craft diamonds with deterministic traits. We built 2D rockets and moonbots, 3D moon bases, and created 1,000 unique Pomelo astronaut PFPs that you can show off on your Pomelo profile. In the last few seasons, the theme of space travel got more and more consolidated. So now that most of the assets you need to explore space are in circulation, This season 5, the main distribution through NFT sales will go for pause. Moving forward, we will start to focus on the purpose and utility of these NFTs in an ongoing adventure. Most future Pomelo NFTs will not be sold, they will be earned in a more interactive manner. So to set the stage for this new adventure, we decided to publish the Pomelo Chronicles, New Dawn. The first 2 chapters have been released today on our Medium channel. Bam! Let's share it in the chat. Hope you guys can see it. And the first 2 chapters have been released today. And from now on, every Wednesday, we will add a new chapter on this Medium article. We will just keep on updating it. Each new chapter will add context to the NFT that's next up in the season. So let's get into the story. We started this lore where season 4 stopped. We landed on the moon and we have built our moon bases. Now the brave Pomelo astronauts start exploring the moon's surface. Last week, one of the scouting units made a rather strange discovery, which caused the whole moon base to move into high alert. We know today that they've indeed found something significant. They found the green key-shaped artifacts that were emitting a pulsating glow. Additionally, there's some kind of letters or writings all across these artifacts that seem to be not from our world. The first mission is to retrieve as many artifacts as possible so there can be further tests made in the Pomelo Moonbase labs. For that, the Pomelo astronauts need the help of the Pomelo community. You can help retrieving artifacts by buying them on the harvest.pomelo.io page starting tomorrow, Thursday, February 2nd. There are some more details hidden in the article when you read both chapters, which might give you some more hints about where the Pomelo NFT adventure is going to go next. One interesting aspect of the Pomelo Season 5 NFTs is that all assets have been produced in partnership with the designers of the Liquid team. Some might know them from the Liquid Universe game that is currently being developed. And also you may know them from the Pomelo brand called Anchor for Unity, which aims to integrate the Anchor wallet into the Unity development platform. And that's basically it for now. Stay tuned for more chapters of this adventure published every Wednesday just before the Fireside Chat. However, there's, speaking about Pomelo NFTs, there's one more little reminder about an incoming airdrop. So all holders of the Pomelo moon bases will be airdropped a unique Pomelo astronaut. It's going to be 1 astronaut per moon base, per ultra rare moon base. Snapshots and distribution will occur when the Season 4 appeal phase is over and Season 4 grants can be claimed. If I'm not mistaken, this will happen sometime this weekend. Maybe Daniel Keys can confirm, giving us the latest on the Pomelo Season 4 analysis.
Hey, thanks, Martin. I'm excited for the Pomelo Season 5 NFT adventure. It's getting more and more interesting with these weird, what the heck is that green glowing over there? I have no idea. Interesting to find out. And yeah, to your point, yes, we're wrapping up the analysis right now. So we're in the appeal phase of the analysis period. So we published our analysis report on, I think it was on last Friday. I'll post that link to that here in the chat if you want to have a look. And analysis period, or the appeal period ends on Friday. So a couple days from now is when that closes. And as soon as that's done, people can start claiming their matching allocation. And from what I'm hearing from Martin, that sounds like that's also when moon airdrops of astronauts are going to be happening. So I'm excited for that too, because I have a few ultra rare moon bases of my own that I'm looking forward to growing my collection of Pomelo astronauts. You can see my avatar right now here. If you can see me speaking, that's my most prized Pomelo astronaut. We'll see if we get a better one in the next airdrop here. So anyways, more on the analysis. Again, like I said, recommend you check that out. I dropped the link. The big headline is we actually saw less violations to the rules this season and more participation from the community in helping to enforce the rules. So we love to see that. Last season, we took some pretty heavy action. There was 9 grants that were disqualified in season 3, and a total of 155,000 of the matching pool reallocated from the not fair players back to the fair players. And with a matching pool of roughly the same size this season, we saw quite a bit less. So there was only 4 grants disqualified this season, and $99,000 redistributed from either those that were disqualified or just generally civil that we saw in donations. So quite a bit less of action taken. And again, I think I would attribute that to the community learning, seeing the action that was taken in previous seasons and learning that it's not worth playing that game, that the optimal strategy in Pomelo is to play the long game and to play fair and to interact with the community and grow your reputation. So I think we're seeing more and more of that. And like I said, more participation than ever from the community this season and helping us with that analysis. So we've started experimenting with paying out bounties, for example, to when people send us evidence that's useful in our analysis, that leads to action being taken on a grant. And we had a few people claim those this season. And even without those bounties, we're seeing more and more people just using that report button in Pomelo. And we also saw for the first time the EOS support team publish their report, their EOS audit report, which is, we love to see that. That's something we've been seeing a lot of feedback from the community that they would love to see more oversight from the wider community on the grants that are successful in raising money through Pomelo. Are they actually delivering on what they promised? And right now it's pretty hard for every individual donor to audit every grant that they want to donate to and make sure, are they actually a legit team and are they delivering what they promised in the previous season? So now in season 4, we introduced collections, and we've got more and more teams kind of playing that third-party auditor role, and they can leverage these collections to surface this knowledge to the community. So really excited to see how that continues to evolve next season. And that's pretty much the summary of the analysis. At the same time, we're doing some thinking about the rules for next season, in particular the self-donation rule. So we've sent out a survey on some proposed changes to self-donation rules. We're asking the community to weigh in with some feedback. So you can expect pretty soon we're going to be releasing the results of that survey and making some recommendations and providing some analysis on some of the things we saw this season that perhaps would have, if these rules were in place, what would the action have been taken on those grants? And again, clarifying for future seasons that that's the action that will be taken going forward. So yeah, keep an eye out for that, and also keep an eye out for, again, after every season, we like to get feedback from the community just generally on how the season went, new features you want to see. So we'll be sending out a survey for that very soon too. Always love getting feedback from the community. A lot of the the work we do is heavily influenced by the feedback we're getting from the community who's using Pomelo.
All right, thank you very much, Martin and Daniel, for giving us these great updates on Pomelo. Daniel, let me put you on the spot here. Are we close to having some publicly released dates for Pomelo Season 5? Or are we not close?
We are. We've got the dates firmed up internally, and we should be publishing those. I believe we're going to be publishing it next week. We don't want to. The claiming starts on Friday, so first thing next week we'll publish here's everything you need to know for season 5.
Great, excellent. Thanks, Daniel.
Yeah, and should I drop some alpha? Should I tell the dates now? Is that? Do I have them? That's the question. I'm gonna have to dig them up in my notes here somewhere.
You can't just having me spam 10 sound effects and then just not deliver, Daniel. What are you doing here?
So I believe. So stay tuned for the report to hold me honest here. February 28th, if I'm not mistaken, my memory serves me, is when we're going to be open for applications. March 1st is when we're going to be open for donations. Those are the big ones to keep your eye out for.
There you have it. So coming up fairly soon, start thinking about those grants, start writing those drafts, start joining the Pomelo channels on Discord, on Telegram. If you have questions about your grant or ideas, etc., the Pomelo team's there to answer. But as we're seeing, the Pomelo community is also there to answer questions. They love sharing information. And, I was really happy to hear from the Season 4 analysis report that we've gotten more reports from the community. So that's definitely a great trend. And then at the same time, less attackers. So that I'm really happy to hear that, and looking forward to Season 5 and seeing how that plays out.
And I found my notes here, by the way. February 22nd is the date when
that's what I was going to add.
Open. Thank you.
Because it's a week before. 22nd. The day before didn't seem to make sense.
Yes, February 22nd, applications open, donations open March 1st. And as always, the whole season runs for about a month. So March 15th is when applications close. Donations close March 23rd. Don't wait to get, if you're planning on participating in Pomelo Season 5, start working on your application now. You don't wait for the applications to open. Get it ready. Start, getting feedback from your community. And the earlier you get your application in, the more likely is that you'll be approved by the time donations open, and that usually results in a better result for the grant donors who are available to be donated to through the whole season when donations are open.
Definitely an important date for grant creators to mark on their calendars. So that means in 3 weeks, exactly to the day, is when submissions open on Pomelo. So that's great. That's on a Wednesday, February 22nd. So we'll for sure be talking about it on that fireside, and looking forward to seeing the numbers of that first day. Thanks for sharing that alpha, Daniel.
Happy to. Thanks for the opportunity.
All right. Cool. So I'm very happy I put you on the spot, Daniel. We got some great alpha out of you. I'm going to try my luck and go at it again. This time, going to be putting, I think, Patty on the spot, But I'd love to hear more. We were talking EOS marketing, and EOS marketing to the outside community is very important, of course. But I'm also very interested in the inside EOS community, and I'm wondering, is there any news on an EOS community conference that may be happening? I know the topic was brought up last year, but nothing was confirmed. Not even sure it's going on, let alone dates or location. But I'm just wondering if there's been progress on that, or if we can expect some news soon. I've already told my girlfriend that I'm reserving some travel time for this event, but I don't even know if this event is happening. So yeah, I'm gonna put you on the spot, Patty.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yes.
I can't confirm that it's happening, but it is something we are discussing for the fall. So it would be, if it does happen, we're looking at a probably late August, September, October timeframe. We also are exploring the idea of having, whatever EOS owned event we have aligned with an industry event. That's very typical in the space. So we would, it would also help with cost and travel for folks. And we're also considering, size and location. Something that is easy to get in and out of, visas, because we do have a global community. So there's a number of criterias that we are evaluating to make that decision for the fall. So as soon as I have more information, and also, gather information from folks in the community, and we'll move forward and announce something more specific to plans there.
That's great. Thank you. Thank you for the answer. I'm very happy with that answer. 2 for 2. I'm getting some extra alpha for everyone on the fireside today. What's up? I'm gonna give myself a round of applause for that one. Another thing to consider is that there's maybe other teams in the EOS ecosystem that are also wanting to do a meetup internally for their teams and kind of wondering if they should coordinate with this greater EOS community meetup as well. So I know that's a topic that's been brought up internally in our team at EOS Nation, and we haven't seen each other in a long time. A lot of the newer team members have never seen anyone of our team, so that's definitely something on our agenda for this year. So would love to have all of that happen at the same time.
Yeah,
so that's my community feedback for you.
Thank you.
Yeah. Anyone else here in the chat want to come on, say, suggest your home city as the location, or anything else, or anyone else who's really looking forward to attending an EOS community conference? Maybe we can see some ones in the chat for anyone who'd like to make an effort to come to this EOS community conference if it ever gets if or when it gets confirmed. Jack Bites getting in there, Yves getting in there, Yana, Drew.
I'll definitely hound the Effect team to go. That's for sure.
There you go. DJ Striker Nova getting the Effect crew on board. I like it. June's ready to go. He just needs a location and time. Awesome.
Love
Red
it.
Kid in the house.
Yeah, this is
Chase
Adam
Morrow.
here. Adam here from Zyzon. I think an EOS community event would be absolutely amazing. I think Q4 would be awesome for us, and I'm happy.
Yeah. Yeah, I've got at least 20, it looks like, here already on the list. So thank you.
There you go. All right, great.
This is CAC. I'd like to recommend Orlando, Florida. I mean, I'm not going to help host the thing or anything. I'm just recommending that because that's where I'm at.
Great recommendation, CAC. I definitely understand why you would do that. I'll vote for Canada myself, of course, but I'm ready to go wherever I need to.
I recommend against Virginia Beach because that's where I grew up, but it would be a great place to have it. So I'd rather go somewhere exotic, though.
And that's exactly what I was going to suggest. The little town that I'm living in Costa Rica, there are 3 major resorts planned in the next few years, including the Waldorf Astoria and a 7-star hotel, which will be the only 7-star in Costa Rica. And according to its owner, this is the Waldorf. Its owner is Steve Case of Microsoft and AOL fame. He is creating what he believes will be the nicest hotel resort in the world. And this is a tiny little beach town where you can live for almost nothing. There's all types of scales, but my point is at this particular moment, it would be relatively inexpensive, and the place is actually absolutely gorgeous, as evidenced by all these resorts converging on it in the next 3 years.
Hey, I'll give a vote for Costa Rica. I went there once. It was absolutely amazing. I'm definitely down to go back at any time.
Thank you.
I didn't hear suggesting Hawaii, sunny coast. Drew and Aaron suggesting West Coast. Nathan James coming in with the Nepal suggestion. I like it. Go climb a few mountains while we're at it. Why not? Patrick wants us to go visit him in the Swiss Alps, another place I would definitely love to go hang out in. All right, awesome. Thanks for the suggestions, everyone, and yeah, looking forward to seeing everyone out there.
Sorry, I was distracted, but I was just gonna say, this is Lovejoy. I was gonna say we should just do a traveling EOS roadshow and just caravan style, goes to everybody's place.
To all the cities.
Yeah, you can just jump in wherever you want. hop out wherever you need
Personally,
to.
I would prefer one epically large party instead of a bunch of smaller parties.
Okay.
So I'm gonna vote for. I'm gonna vote for Montreal. I'm gonna vote for Montreal. It's a fun place to hang out. It's in Canada, not too far from where I am. That's gonna be my vote.
Yeah, plus those big sculpture. You have like really epic sculpture gardens, don't you?
We got a bunch of epic stuff in Montreal, actually. Yeah, a lot of art, a lot of culture, a lot of universities.
Good food.
Good food, good weather sometimes. Yeah, no, Montreal's great.
Cool.
All right. Let's see here. Is our next guest in the crowd with us? Is June around? Yes, he is. But before we get to app demo that June's gonna do for us, I want to remind you guys of the Lunar promo that's still ongoing. So if you haven't yet, join the promo, earn some free NFTs, give us a bit of feedback on what you think of various events and initiatives in the EOS community. Go to bblk.io/ENF, and then you can enter this fun little contest, share some feedback, earn some NFTs. You still have a few days to do this. Contest closes on Sunday. We've had a lot of responses so far, actually. Many hundreds of responses in English, even more in Chinese. We had some Korean community members also respond. So it's been great to seeing that engagement from kind of all of the major EOS communities. So if you haven't gotten in there yet, you're gonna regret not getting in there in a few days when it closes. So get in there right now. Okay, cool. So June, are you ready to join us here on stage and talk about your latest project?
Yes, fun. Thanks so much.
Perfect. Welcome to the Fireside.
Thanks. Yeah, great. And thanks for all the alpha. Great to hear about the progress and fun activities with Pomelo coming up and the ENF. Great. Great to and excited to hear all the plans for marketing for the EOS network. I know probably half the people here, or roughly half. And for those that don't know me, my name is June. And was in financial services for a long time and was frustrated, thought the economy and our money system was broken. After dismissing Bitcoin early on, I read a libertarian blog by Eric Voorhees, and he kind of made me think about how Bitcoin could be a thing. And so I started following and discovered Dan Larimer late 2014, early 2015 with BitShares and the BitUSD and the collateralized stablecoin. So that's kind of where I got interested in trying to get this technology mainstream. Followed Dan Larimer all the way through Steam it to EOS in the beginning of EOS, and after so many years, still a believer in crypto and that we can make a huge difference in the world with this technology for everyone, really. I think. And so that's kind of my goal to get this technology to the mainstream and to the regular users out there. So Bitcash was actually started around the BitShares days, and we never kind of got off the ground. It was kind of when and went over to Steemit, and we kind of didn't fully launch. And then after many years on EOS, I think after a couple iterations, I think it's kind of back to basics and trying to be useful for people. And global payments is I think the low hanging fruit, the way to get people onboarded, because crypto is a very useful payment mechanism, and Bitcoin is the same thing. It's just it's a good money, and so I think as another layer that's easier for people is to use stable coins and just pay people, and that's kind of the goal with Bitcash. So I think Stephane might have a video link that we can show as a demo for our app. And yeah, thanks, Stephane. I guess what I can do maybe for that demo, is there any way to just play that video? Maybe I can narrate the best way
Yeah,
to.
I'll try to share my screen. The problem is when there's too many people, it doesn't work. So I think we're too many people, but you know what? At least some people will see it. Hopefully, Dave can see it
Okay.
for the stream. Let me
Okay.
just give me just a moment here to figure this out.
And there is a link in the chat, so if you guys want to just review it later, feel free to just grab that link and start watching it. But I was pretty quick demo, and so I was hoping to just narrate and guide people through.
Okay, so I am live apparently. I don't know, maybe someone can confirm that they see my screen.
So
Do you see it, June?
Yeah, I just hopped in. It says join
Yep.
activity, so I just went ahead and joined.
Yeah, so if you look in the main screen here of the event, where you see everyone's, rectangle icons, type of deal, top left of that, you'll see a join activity button. You can click that and then you can watch this demo. All right, I'm gonna click play.
Right.
There we go.
This is okay. I'm trying to. Okay, there you go. So
I paused it here. Let me see if I can play it on slow motion.
yeah, that would be great. And then maybe if you could rewind.
Yeah, I'll
again.
rewind. I will play it at half speed, and if you want me to pause, just let me know and I'll pause.
Okay, great. Thanks so much. So
There we
yeah,
go.
we're using WebAuthn. That's a critical feature for EOS, and it's passwordless. No more passwords. Your phone is the key. So we just logged in with Face ID. This is the EOS wallet here. I'm just showing here a sending of EOS to my other account, EOS Ignite June. I don't type this slow, but I'm just kidding. It's yeah, sending EOS. And there you go. Face ID.
Very cool.
That's it. That's sending EOS, and transaction is nice and smooth. There you go. So this is the wallet view. You have your own key. We have integrated on ramper. It's a third party aggregator of on ramps. So this on ramp you would have to KYC, but it has MoonPay or Transact or wherever you are, there might be another third party that allows you to purchase coins. So you could just go ahead and connect with them and do the KYC, and you could buy crypto. You could buy EOS there. This is that's the EOS wallet. What you do with our app is actually you can deposit USDT into our smart contract bank, and so this would be the bank view. So it's just showing here that you're depositing USDT. You could also deposit crypto as well, but transaction. So you're depositing that into our smart contract, and the transaction with Face ID again. And now you are in this view where you can. We really want people to start using local stable coins. So we have BitCNY, we have BitEuro. So all around the world, you could find your currency. You could send it to anybody around the world. So think of it as a international Venmo, convert between USD and other currencies. Then you could just send your local currencies. That's what people will probably be doing. This is just a conversion of, we could see different currencies, Colombia, pounds, Canadian dollars. And then, you could just type in as well just to make it easy. So convert 1 bit USD to euro. And go ahead and I'm just going to put 1 there.
First time I hear about an on-ramp aggregator. That's kind of cool.
Yeah, it's actually a third party that we use for that. It's on ramper. They're great. They just keep connecting with other on ramps. So this is the exchange here. Just one USD to euro, and then once you have the euro, then locally you could anywhere in Europe, Eurozone, you can send back and forth, and everyone's familiar with it. So right now it's dominantly USD, but I think with this, people will be used to just sending within their country, within their region, local currency. So that's the idea. You can see we just look at the history, and these are all the conversions that we've done.
So these stable coins are wrapped tokens basically that are under your custody?
Yeah, they're in the smart contract. They're collateralized by USDT. So we just make sure that it's double collateralized because we're taking foreign exchange risk. So essentially we just double collateralize it. So this is our third feature, which is the P2P on-ramp. It's really hard to get into crypto after so many years, and there were always applications like local Bitcoins, Paxful, Binance P2P is the major one today. But we want to just have people connect with each other so that they could trade fiat for crypto. And so this is one of our main features that we're going to launch or just focus on in developing markets, where people can just on one side use what they're used to, whether it's a bank transfer or PayPal or Venmo or wherever you are. You could send on one side, and then on this side you'll get crypto. The seller of crypto will send that to you. So we just are a matchmaker here. So we don't do KYC on this side of things, just for people who are underbanked, unbanked. It's a little bit easier for people to just get onboarded into crypto. So you get matched with people who want to buy crypto if you're selling crypto, and vice versa. And you can also even communicate with them through this chat feature. So this chat feature, you can, I'm just going to type hello here. That's our third feature. And this is a P2P on-ramp, cash to crypto, fiat to crypto, and we're focusing on developing markets. I forgot to mention, we are not launching in the US, everything outside of the US. So in our private beta, we're just onboarding everybody just outside of the US, especially because of our features. The on-ramp is a little bit gray here in the US. So that's the only caveat. But emerging markets is where we're looking at. We're talking with the EOSBs. They have a team in Nigeria, Uganda, Southeast Asia. I have contacts there, so Indonesia, Malaysia, and many other countries in Southeast Asia. Latin America, our teams in Costa Rica, and so places like Argentina, which is rampant in inflation. Those are areas that we're looking at to grow. So that's the demo. If you have any questions, feel free to ask them. And also, if you have any communities that, or if you think this could be valuable, again, it starts as an EOS wallet, so we just want to have a very good experience from the baseline that, hey, we're an EOS wallet that you can send and receive tokens to each other very easily. And this on-ramp is the core feature where we're trying to go mainstream and get growth, just get users, be very useful to people. And we measure ourselves by how many active users we have using our app. That's the whole goal. So we want good numbers, we want to bring value, be useful, and that's the key. So any questions?
Good stuff, June. That app looks very slick and well put together. That looks like a great user experience. I wish you all the success. And
so much.
Yeah, wondering if everyone was able to watch along with us here when I shared my screen. I also see right now there's a watch together activity. Maybe that's working. I don't know. Cool stuff. More stuff for us to discover in Discord. But yeah, if anyone has questions for June, feel free to jump on here, share them in the chat, or yeah, reach out to
What's
June
the
anywhere.
sorry, I've got a question, June. What is the list of on ramps and off ramps for that? Like, for example, bank accounts, credit cards, Venmo, PayPal. Is there a list that you can run off?
Yeah, so we're not doing the US. I shouldn't have mentioned Venmo because that's a US application, but PayPal is more international. So in other countries, people use PayPal, and it's going to be regional. So we're gonna as we add the different regions, we are going to start maybe with 20 regions. We're gonna update all the payment systems that you can use. The baseline is bank transfer, so everyone, if they just select bank transfer and they get connected with someone else, they could communicate with each other to specify exactly how to transfer between each other. The bank transfer is the basis or the foundation, and you could use, and then we'll keep adding for different regions their own e-wallet solution. So if it's maybe Europe, you'll use Revolut. We'll add that. PayPal. If you're in another country, let's say Kenya, it's like M-Pesa. If you're in China, it's going to be Alipay and WeChat. So really, we can add those options, the most popular options, and then it's just about connecting people so that on one side they use Bitcash, on the other side they use that payment option. And so that would be for the kind of non KYC on ramp that we have, the peer to peer. The other one, the on ramper is the KYC version, and you can use you can use credit cards, you could use Apple Pay, and I think there's different options that you can use for that. So that would be more the EOS wallet side, the KYC on ramp.
I didn't catch the launch date.
We're in private beta. We want to start to get people using it. So next week we'll onboard people. It's a private beta, so we're just trying to get people we know, partners, to test out the app, give us feedback, and so yeah, just reach out to me. I am at Marivercap here on Discord. Same thing on Telegram. So those are the two easiest ways to get a hold of me. And June at bitcash.org if you want to send an email.
Fantastic. It's a dream come true. Thank you, June.
All right. Really appreciate it.
All right, pop token reminder, everyone. Get out there. For those of you in the Discord chat, go to the pop bot chat, register your EOS account, earn yourself a pop token. Today is the last day to join the January raffle. I'm going to share the link here in just a bit, but if you've accumulated at least 4 pop tokens, you can blend them into a raffle ticket, and then you can win prizes. There's going to be slightly different, slight change of plans to the structure of the prizes this year for the raffle tickets. There's going to be one big winner of 50 EOS. There's going to be a lot of smaller winners at 10 EOS each. And then, of course, there's always the fun NFT prizes that we've had some donations from community members. Of course, there's some party crackers in there, probably some Pomelo NFTs, etc. So if you have a collection and you want to share the love with the Pop Token community, reach out to me. We can add that to the prize pool. Yeah, so this raffle is going to be going down at some point tonight after the rest of the people in this household are sleeping. So you'll be able to mint those tickets until I do the drawing tonight. So you can get in out there. I just shared the link here in the chat. And let's see, how many tickets are we up to this month? Let me go check that real quick. 53. 53, not that many. Usually there's around 25 prizes or EOS prizes on top of the other goodies. So good odds so far for the January raffle. All right, moving on to some more topics of the day. ENF quarterly report was just published right before this show started. I'm gonna share the link here in the chat, of course. I'm not gonna expect you guys to have read it because I'm not sure exactly when it was released today, but I know it was not too long ago. If someone has read it, want to share their impressions, please jump on. If you guys want to click through it right now, I'm gonna put a bit of music in the background. Maybe we all take a minute or two to kind of look it over and share our thoughts. 40 pages, not too bad. Got a message from the CEO at the start. Too bad Yves is gone. I know he was in here with us earlier, but I think he had a 4 o'clock appointment. Maybe we can get Yves to read this text as an intro for a future Fireside. See, we got some nice pictures of some recent events. Great to see. Pomelo Season 4 statistics, direct grant framework, nice graphics, nice charts. All right, so I'll leave that there. If you guys want to read through that while the Fireside's going, maybe share your thoughts on that later. That'd be cool as well. All right, some more housekeeping, let's say. Discord server invites and our road to 10K promo got totally blown up this week. So I don't know if you guys have noticed, but the EOS Community Discord server now has 9,657 people in it. We were at like 7,000 last week. So there was a huge surge of members, 2,500. So Discord revamped their onboarding procedures. There's kind of new options for servers. We've been kind of looking into it a bit to see if it would work for the EOS community, but it's likely that a lot of these new members, a lot of these 2,500 new people that joined last week are not actually real people. There definitely are some of them. We were gaining, around 100 to 300 members kind of consistently every week. That number went up this month when we launched the Lunar promo. Yeah, exactly. Plus Lunar New Year. That's right, Yana. And I know the team in Asia was kind of pushing the promo a lot, and joining the Discord server was one of the action items, call to actions in that promo. So we were expecting a nice little boost in the member count this month, but over 2,000 members in a week is a bit much, probably. Exactly, Tony? Bots on Discord. Who could have known? But what's nice about the way the EOS community server is set up is that these open channels that these bots may go into, they can't access the rest of the server unless they assign themselves a role, which is something bots don't do. So, people you see in the chats where we, in the general chat and all that, those are real people for sure. The bots are just kind of stuck at the door of our server. Well, we're probably going to leave them there for now. But this does kind of throw a wrench in our Road to 10K promo that we had built, where we thought we would get to 1,000 new members on a consistent basis and not blow through a couple levels in a week. So I'm not too sure exactly what we're going to do there. We're going to have to go back to the drawing board. But we're definitely going to keep rewarding people who invite friends and community members and crypto Twitter and any crypto enthusiasts to our servers. So if you want to create your own custom link, share that definitely going to be looking to reward the people who do that. It may be in a slightly different format than we had thought, and we're probably gonna, blast past 10K members before next week, which, there are worse things in the world. So there you go. DJ Striker Nova saying that the Effect AI Discord server added some EOS news to their Discord server, so maybe some Effect community members made their way over here from that. So that's great. Thank you very much, DJ Strikanova. And yeah, for sure, there's a lot of real people that joined as well, but probably not 2,500. Road to 12.5K. Yeah, it just doesn't have that same ring to it, Tony. I don't know. We'll think of something though. All right, we wanted to talk a bit about the a little podcast tour that Yves is doing these days. He was on Bittrex Global's The Bit, although I don't think any alpha was shared in there. So if you're, regular to these fireside chats and the OG EOS community member, I'm not sure if you're gonna learn anything new in there, but it's great to see Yves getting out there with, continuing to build these relationships with exchanges, which of course are very important to the success of any crypto community in the space. And then, so that was Bittrex Global, but the big news is the Binance AMA that is coming up soon. So I don't know if someone from the ENF wants to talk a bit more about this Binance AMA. I just heard that it's coming and that it's also going to be launched alongside a Learn and Earn program for EOS on Binance. So obviously Binance being probably the biggest player in the entire crypto space, that's for sure going to attract a lot of attention to EOS. And a lot of people are going to learn about the new EOS and the epic comeback that the community is doing right now. So that's pretty exciting. Zach, did you have anything else to add? No, Zach's gone. Lovejoy, is he still here? Yes. Liam, maybe one of you guys want to add a few words on this topic? Maybe not.
I'm here, but I was multitasking. And I don't know if you can hear me. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you. Thanks, Brendan. Yeah, I was
talking
just wondering if you guys had any more information to share on the Binance AMA that's coming up.
Ooh, I don't have much to add to that. I wonder if
when is this going on? I know the date. I'm sure I've seen the date before. I just don't have it in front of me right now.
I'm looking for the date as well right now, actually. I also have it somewhere, but...
Here we go. Race to find the date.
Changed a couple times, too, to make it more confusing.
One pop token to whoever finds it first.
There you go. I'll just stop now, then. Yeah, I'm not sure.
17. Yana. 27th. Jack Bites. Uh-oh. People are just putting random numbers out there. Good strategy. I like it.
Generator.
25th. Bingo. 37th.
The 42nd day. It's the 42nd day of February. That's when it is. Yeah.
One of those dates, probably.
We may want to cover this on another.
I think
maybe next week.
Okay, cool. Well, we'll rain check this topic. So at least we're fairly certain it's not in the next week. So at least we figured that out.
Yep.
All right, good stuff. What else do we have here on deck for today? It's actually quite a bit. We've got a new Antelope Coalition video, like we do every week. We don't talk about them every week, but I figured I'd mention it this week. So here's a tweet from the ENF. This is from 2 days ago. Highlighting the Antelope Coalition, of course, the Antelope Coalition is made up of 4 networks that run the Antelope blockchain operating system: EOS, EOS, WAX, Telos, and UX. Recently, of course, IBC was deployed on Antelope chains. For now, EOS and UX are connected through the IBC with no additional third party required to trust. And so anyways, so this Antelope Coalition video talks about scalability plus updates, IBC deployment, vote, and peer-to-peer discovery, and more. So you can always find those on the ENF YouTube channel in its own playlist for you dedicated techies out there that want to always be updated on the latest and greatest that's going on in the Antelope ecosystem. While we're on some more technical topics, is Bucky here to talk to us about the Dune version 1.1 release? I don't think.
He was having some technical difficulties getting on Discord. I've been. Let me check with him. I'll get back to you.
Developing leading edge blockchain software, that's no problem. But joining Discord with the audio, that's a big ask.
You know, it's funny. Vlad too, like some of the engineers. I think last time I talked to Vlad, I had a video call with him. He literally was having a hard time connecting because he had just soldered some piece of hardware together to, he was using a computer that was just completely hacked together from all these random parts to do the video call, and that's why he was having a hard time connecting. Only an engineer. The rest of us are just using MacBooks or stuff right out of the box, and
that's funny.
We have different problems.
All right. Well, if Bucky ever connects, then he can give us some updates. I'm not even gonna attempt to explain what this is all doing, but the Twitter link is there for anyone who wants to go learn more. All right. Another piece of news that I definitely understand is the Yield Plus top-up that happened this week, I think. Let's see. Yves tweeted about it. This was yesterday or the day before, on Monday. He tweets, after 5 months of monitoring the effectiveness of Yield Plus, it's clear that the EOS DeFi liquidity incentive program is working. Fire emoji. Given the success of Yield Plus, the EOS Network Foundation has decided to contribute an additional $300K of EOS to extend the program. Congratulations to all of the DeFi protocols out there leveraging Yield Plus. Congratulations to all the EOS holders who are putting their EOS in there, getting rewarded for it. I think that's great. And so, yeah, there we go. Little update for Yield Plus. More rewards coming towards EOS DeFi users. And we've talked in the past about nice graphs that has shown how EOS TLV has grown significantly more than other layer ones in recent weeks and months, really showcasing the effectiveness of the Yield Plus program. There we go. Max Cho coming in with some nice graphs. Supported assets, EOS, going from 15 million to 27 million since August. That's almost a double up. Those are some epic graphs. Supported assets, Tether grew from 20 million to 30 million. And this is TLV across the whole network. I'm not even sure what these graphs are. I think it is.
Those are from the tokenyield.io. It's the Yield Plus website.
Oh, the official Yield Plus website. There we go.
Yeah.
Very cool. Very cool. So this is TVL, so that means this is assets locked into DeFi protocols right now across all protocols. Oh, there we go. 14 protocols, 2 assets, EOS,
It's
USDT.
just counting the 2 assets, yeah. So they probably have like Box probably has a bunch of Box tokens locked up, but those don't count.
Right.
Same thing for like PBTC or all the other assets.
Yeah, makes sense. Good stuff. Thanks for sharing those graphics, Max. And then Max also shared the link, tokenyield.io/overview, if you want to go check them out for yourself. All right. While we're on the topic of DeFi Box, actually, one of our community questions this week is about DeFi Box. So we have a forum now, a Google form. If you can't attend these Fireside Chats live, but you still want to leave a question, leave a comment, suggest a discussion topic, give us feedback, whatever it is, you can do that through the forum. And this week, we had Glue Dog asking a question about Box. Who would have known? Glue Dog's question is, how high do you think Box will go? He suggests 5 EOS or maybe 10 EOS. Right now, the current price of Box is 1.5 EOS. And so that's Glue Dog's question. Obviously, we're not going to be talking about price all that much on the show, but I do want to encourage people to submit questions through this forum. So I figured I'd give Glue Dog a shout out here and share his question. So if you want to put some price predictions in the chat, there's no time frame. There's nothing much. Just put some price predictions of how high do you think Box will go compared to EOS. Currently, it's 1.5 EOS. All right, back to our regular scheduled agenda. Actually, the last piece of news or content that I want to share today is about IBC and instant finality. So there's a podcast that was released recently, or an interview at least, on YouTube, was published 5 days ago. Let me share that link here directly for you guys. And it includes Reg, Matt Witherspoon, Guillaume from UX, and they're talking about inter-blockchain communication and instant finality and how the protocols work together and how they may benefit the Antelope ecosystem. So some of the topics covered on the show, introduction to IBC, introduction to instant finality, what is trustless IBC, which is what Antelope has, fundamental limits, mathematical proofs, security considerations, sounds very smart, third-party apps, IBC and yield plus possibilities, trustless verification, IBC versus instant finality, and I'm sure a lot more. So a lot of heavy hitters on this show. If you're, if you're technically minded or oriented, or you're just very curious, I'm sure there's going to be tons to learn in this podcast. So that was released recently. See, Brendan, you're part of this podcast. Do you want to maybe share a few thoughts, or maybe some of the thoughts you had while hosting this podcast?
Yeah. This was always kind of envisioned to be set up for additional discussion, both on IBC and instant finality. So I would encourage anybody who's interested in this technology or what its implications are for the future of EOS and Antelope more broadly, definitely give it a watch. It's a really good primer on what is IBC, what is instant finality, both as it's implemented on EOS and also in the wider industry, what those terms generally tend to mean. And Guillaume and Arag really go into the depths, but I think in a pretty accessible way that, even if you're not a developer, we try to keep it accessible. So, I mean, I'm not a developer, and I still was able to conceptually follow along, whether or not I got lost occasionally or not. So I would encourage everyone that's kind of interested in these technologies and the implications to give it a watch, and then stay tuned We'll try to do a follow-up in one form or another, probably more like an AMA style, in the weeks ahead to cover some of the implications of instant finality and just allow people to ask the people, ask Areg and Guillaume and others themselves, because it's a lot to get your head around. And there are some interesting, I don't think, how do I put this? From talking to Guillaume and Areg and others, there are some uses of IBC that are going to be pretty surprising and interesting that I don't even know what they are yet, but I just see the twinkle in the eye of certain developers. They're like, there's some fun things we can do with this. So I'm really curious to see what those are as they emerge over the coming months. But I can't really shed any light on what those are. I'm just teasing you all now, and myself at the same time. But check it out. It's worth a watch.
All right, great. Thanks for that little recap slash teaser. Zach came in clutch here in the chat, sharing the link to the Binance Live video. And if we go on that link, we can notice that it is happening on the 17th of February. Yana won the number lottery. Congrats, Yana. $5,000 of EOS rewards for this AMA. That's pretty cool. Fill out the survey, see the terms, ask questions, and participate. There you go. So get in there, ask your questions, bring up the topics that you want brought up on the EOS AMA in front of, the large crypto community, and get some rewards for it. That's great. All right, and before we go to the community open mic segment of the show for the last 30 minutes here, we had one more question come in through the Google form, which I will happily bring up here. This question is addressed to EOS Nation. Hey, that's me. And the question is, why can't I get a rare NFT? So I'm not actually going to name who sent this question, because I'm going to give this person a rare NFT from my personal collection because they seem to want one. So reach out to me personally. I know you by the name. You left the question, but to answer your question, how can you get a rare NFT? There's a lot of ways to get rare NFTs on EOS. You can participate in the Lunar promo, bblk.io/ENF. You can participate in our weekly hot sauce promos. Again, more bounding block contests, bblk.io/EOS Nation. So those are permanent links. You can just go check out those links from time to time. Usually there's a contest running. Usually you can get in there, retweet something, like something, earn some NFTs. So those are great ways to earn rare NFTs. You can of course buy them on Pomelo. So harvest.pomelo.io is our NFT page for the Pomelo season. There's still some NFTs left for season 4. Season 1, 2, and 3 are sold out already. Season 5 NFTs are going live tomorrow. Follow Pomelo Grants on Twitter to stay up to date on all of those activities. And while we're talking rare NFTs, the Pomelo astronauts are going to be dropped very soon. So if you've got some season 4 NFTs, make sure you've completed the adventure, you've crafted your moon bases, your moon transporters, all of that good stuff. You'll be earning some rare Pomelo astronauts. So those are some of the ways you can get rare NFTs on EOS. And thank you for the question. So actually, we're going to put up a little bit of a bounty. So if you submit questions through the Google form and we ask them on air and you leave your name, I'll send you one pop token as a little token of appreciation for contributing to the show. We'll see. But if you ask something that's already talked about or has been asked before, stuff like that, your odds of qualifying are low. So, but if you come in with some good questions, yeah, earn a pop token. Why not? All right, so that wraps it up for the agenda on my side. At this point, I'd like to invite anyone from the community to jump on the mic, say hi, ask a question, share a comment, give an update on your project. It's all good. We want to hear from you.
Yeah, I got a Effect DAO update. We just got a proposal running. The vote still has 6 days left, but it's unanimous now, so I'll just post it. But basically, it's like, so last cycle we kind of endorsed being more active in the EOS community, and now it's basically just a bunch of links, and we're doing like explicitly endorsing. So we have, the ENF, we're endorsing the EOS Network Foundation and the Pomelo grants and all that. And what I want to do is like add like a tab to our DAO page, so you can just have the links to like the ENF Discord or the Pomelo Telegram, EOS support. So those are the pages we kind of explicitly endorsed, and so I think kind of make an effort here to make sure we reach out, to the broader community.
Hey, that's great. Yeah, those are some solid links that you've gathered there for sure. Definitely great projects in the EOS community, and yeah, thank you for sharing that with your Effect community. Are we gonna wrap it up early? I'm fine with it.
I see Aaron Cox is in the house. I'm not sure. Maybe Aaron wants to say something about the Dune update since we didn't get Bucky around, because I know you might be able to articulate some of the benefits of that. Possibly. Maybe.
Maybe.
Or just say hello.
Hello. I haven't read anything about the new update, so I can't really talk about it. It's a tool primarily for smart contract development, and that's just not an area of focus on our side right now. So we're living in the client world right now, and haven't had the time to keep up what's going on that side.
It's a good song, Living in the Client World. How's it going in the client world? What's going on? What's the latest?
Not as many updates over the past 2 weeks. It's been a lot of work. To draw analogies, like we're doing kind of it's like we're digging a mine shaft right now and we haven't found anything yet. So there's like progress being made, but it's all really boring and minutia of the project. So we're getting to the point where we're going to have a user interface. So we're excited about that. There's just not much to share about it yet.
Nice. Is this a mine shaft that leads to an underground Unicove?
Exactly.
Nice. Sweet. Did you bring a canary with you?
Of course.
Okay.
I mean, Web3 mining is dangerous.
Seriously. Anything could happen. Sweet. Nice to hear you're still at it. Not that I ever doubted for a moment, but.
Yep. I mean, when we're quiet, it's most likely that we're head deep in code. Like that, I've been listening, but you called my name and I just like yanked myself out of trying to figure out a problem.
Yeah, so yeah, now I've just set development back by like who knows how long.
10 minutes.
10 minutes? Okay, that's not too bad.
It's not bad.
Well, in central banking news, looks like Bitcoin liked the announcement of the 0.25 rate hike today. Seems like markets are pumping.
Is that what that is? I saw Bitcoin is going straight up,
So that's
but I didn't know why.
Yeah, it went from 23,000 to 23.8 right now. Not bad. In the last hour and a half.
I think it was the Fireside Chat that did it.
Maybe.
More likely. Probably some bit of alpha that got dropped here today. Or it was the Fed. I mean, I guess that's... Let's see.
All right, we wrapping this up. Going once. Going twice. Sold. 20 minutes early.
It's
All
just
right.
one of those Wednesdays.
One of those Wednesdays, yeah. All right, everyone. Thanks for joining once again. Thanks for spamming the emojis in the chat during the show. We need more. We need more of this for the visuals. Love to see them going. Even the people with Nitro flexing on us, they're invited to do it as well. And yeah, that's gonna be it for us today. We'll be back. We'll be back next week. The week after, actually, I'm probably gonna be on a vacation, so I'm not gonna be the host. We're figuring out who's gonna be the guest host. Actually, we've got a good idea. That person doesn't even know yet, but they may become a guest host for the Fireside. So you guys will find that out in 2 weeks. But other than that, I guess that's it for us. So I'm gonna leave it off with a good old go EOS for everyone in 3, 2, 1, go EOS!
Go EOS!
Go EOS! Go EOS!
Yeah, baby, yeah.